this live. I'm doing a true live and not a pre-recorded live. So if you're joining, hello and welcome. Thought I'd hop on today and let's get it started. Let's get it started in here. I'm having a hard time finding a happy medium between warm and hot because it's like starting to be officially cold outside. So I'm trying to really like dial in the temperature inside, and wear the layers and stuff. But I tell you what, when I get moving, then I'm like, so anyway, hope you're having a wonderful day. I just found a bill that's due. And I'm glad I found it because I was like not aware of it at all. It's like I don't remember getting a paper copy for this. I'm gonna have to check my settings. That's how they get you sometimes. They don't send out the paper copies anymore. Anyway, you have to ask for it. El papel. Los papeles, por favor. All right, what do we have for this collective, please? For today's message. The channeled song I have is We Belong by Pat Benatar, by the way, if you are curious about the title. Deep replenishment. Very nice. Retreat, rest, be held by the universe. Like some days, when it's like maybe rainy outside or whatever, you just don't feel like getting out of bed. Like, it's okay sometimes just curl up, let yourself be held, and rest and just say, you know what, maybe right this second isn't when I'm going to go out and face the world. You know what I mean? Maybe my body is trying to tell me something. So what is that deep replenishment for you? What else do we have? Right, retreat. You don't have to be like on all the time, like on attack all the time. Sometimes it's okay. It's okay to pull it back, right? Akasha, your guidance is divinely guided. So when people talk about your, Akashic records, like, what is your, what was written for you, right? And here it's saying that, this is something that is from, the divine. It's not, so it's something that's man-made. It's in, and it's not something that can just be, given and then, like a physical object and then taken, okay? Because our gifts that are given to us are given divinely, right? And as long as we hold on to them, right? And so that could be part of this deep replenishment is like being grateful for the gifts that you have and holding on to those gifts, right? Okay. And saying that is part of what replenishes me as a person. I'm also getting the Madonna song, Cherish. That's come out a few times before in readings, but Council of Light, divine, whole thing here. Divine orchestration, helpers in the subtle realms. This is one of my favorite cards. This came out in a personal reading not too long ago that I did, but it's just here to remind us that, energy doesn't die and we do, your spirit guides, your ancestors, you carry that spirit of life with you, okay? As long as you want to, right? Some people choose not to, and that's okay too. That's their choice. But the thing is here, when you're seeking divine guidance, who would know better than those close to you in that way? Okay. So think about that. And maybe you just didn't get your Monday motivation yet, and so think about this. If you are what lights you up inside, what is going to make that star seed glow? Okay. What else else do we have? I'm gonna go ahead and pull the. I was constantly fixing the hair. Um, gonna pull some animal oracle cards. So we have this full moon, and you are a pet owner, or are around animals. You know that during the full moon cycles, they typically get a little wild. And even after the full moon and anyway, so we'll see here what messages are going to come out. I wonder, how different they react like during an eclipse, since we just had an eclipse. Observations, anyone? I mean, my dog got sick, so, which she rarely ever, you know what I mean? Like, it's been a long time too since she got sick. And I'm surprised that she did what she did. So, yeah, a little different behavior, I guess, during that lunar eclipse. So, what else do we have for this collective now? Loon, intuitive, right on schedule with the full moon, tapping into our intuition. Listen to the song in your soul. Trust your intuition, as you have a way of knowing. Emerge from the busy life and seek more solitude. Recognize that you are unique and that you are loved. So this is part of that replenishment, and this is literally, and this could be replenishment having to do with water. Some people talk about taking spiritual baths. Just heck, take a bath once in a while versus a shower. Like, give yourself that time to rest and relax. Okay, and and be held by that moment, so that you can practice that solitude there, right? And then that's when you're able to tap more into that intuition. Okay, and when you're able to do that, then whether or not you have the light of the moon or it's blocked, you're going to be able to see visually. Yes, and then that's going to drive you right into where you are guided. Okay, this came out in a reading the other day when I was going to say your choices are going to be very more clear. And like, as you can see here, it's almost like there's only one choice. And it's like they stepped out of this grayness into this beautiful color of light, right? And it's like, this is the path. It's abundantly clear. Okay. So don't, confuse yourself, I guess. When these things happen, don't second guess yourself. That's what your intuition is about. It's about trusting your gut, right? And our gut instinct and our intuition has kept us alive, right, for lots and lots of years. Some people say, well, that's your reptilian brain. Well, yes and no, maybe, right? Okay, so snow leopard, self-reliance. Use your own discernment, right? Only you are the one who's able to make those decisions. Okay. You are strongly independent and often solitary. Integrity is important for your best outcome. Cloak yourself with invisibility and walk with the shaman. See, as this person's walking right now. Use your intuition, intuitive again, and let your life unfold in silent perfection, right? So making moves in silence like a cat does. Yes. You don't have to announce everything to everyone. You don't have to provide your reasons, like you're no longer a child, right? You pay your own bills, like you're the one that decides what time you get up in the morning, if you're going to eat breakfast or not, all of those types of things. So now is not the time to start second guessing yourself because, maybe you saw so-and-so doing something on some social media channel that you're going to forget who so-and-so even was in 2 days from now, right? Because exactly, who is so-and-so again? And what do they have to do with my day-to-day life? Really nothing. Okay, and I'm not trying to say that social media can't be used in a positive way. It's just that looking for that guidance is more of an inward venture than an outward one. Okay. They say comparison is the thief of joy. Okay. All right. So let's pull one more, please, for this collective. And some people are just apt to do that to themselves, and that's how they want to live, and that's maybe all they've ever learned. That doesn't mean you have to partake. Right? Everybody else is doing it. The lizard brain, yes, the reptilian brain here. Regeneration. As a survivor, you are unparalleled. No matter what happens, you can adapt. Embrace your transformation. So, yes, like sometimes certain chameleons, right? Change, transform, put on your new cloak. You are a master of regeneration. And why is that? Because of these helpers, perhaps? Are you listening to your helpers? Yes? Okay. And these helpers are here giving you, another chance, basically, to, kind of, I don't want to say prove, but, display the gifts that you've been afforded in this life, right? And not everybody gets that chance. Some people didn't wake up today. There's people not going to be able to go home walking today. They're never going to walk again their entire life. So when you think about this regeneration here, what does that mean to you? Okay. So starting to count those gifts is very important. Yes. All right. Let's get into the tarot. I think I'm going to do, personal choice. Dun, 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 dun. Thank you for adding, for subscribing. Close your eyes. What animal do you imagine? What strengths are they known for? What wisdom do they share? Embrace these qualities. Okay. And, maybe the animal of your choice does not live in the mountains. Maybe they live elsewhere. Maybe they live on a nice, luxurious beach. Yes. Not to say there's no little beach on the lakeside in the mountains somewhere, maybe, right? So, yes, if you are new to the channel, please subscribe. It does help pass the messages around, or like the video. You can also add a comment if this is resonating with you. So I'm going to do a chakra spread today. The last live I did a past, present, future. It was quite interesting. And it was more geared towards the upcoming Halloween, whereas this is more of a just tapping into the energies message. Halloween happens to be tomorrow, so if you're dressing up, I hope you have your costume ready and planned. So what do we have for this collective today? Where do we go? All right. What do we know? What do we know and what do we don't know here? And what do we need to know? Right? I'm not sure if Nicole Jennings will be your girlfriend. Have you asked her? That's always it's always a start, right? Let's see what's come out first. The Star, Aquarius. Very nice healing energy, and this is kind of how this reading started off, talking about deep replenishment. Okay, so if you're trying to be a loving person, perhaps, and you're like feeling amorous towards somebody, right? Think about all the good qualities that you possess and that you can bring forward, all right? And the unique qualities at that, because the star is the sign of Aquarius, which is a very unique sign, okay? Now, that being at the root here is very interesting. So it's very strong energy that is coming through. What's in the sacral, please, for this collective? Oh dear, did there's like a few flip over here? I think so. Once more, please. Whew. Capricorn, that little devil card. Well, whatever it is, did I not say a strong energy? That's a strong pull. And it's almost like an obsessive, like, pull energy. So, and of a sexual nature, right? Which sometimes that can be, something that's more of a lustful energy versus that, oh, I want everybody to feel as good as me energy, right? The devil is more of that selfish type of energy. So, that being in the sacral here, I would, maybe just be aware, right? That there might be things that, see how loving, caring that you are, and they're like, kind of coming to you and saying right now, I want to latch on to that, right? But you're the one here, the self-reliance. Don't throw your self-reliance out the window. You're the one who has to decide how much you want something to be holding on to you and controlling, because that's kind of what the devil card is about there. So I would just be aware of that if I was you. Coming up now in the solar plexus. So thank you for joining. The Fool card. Wow. So what is divinely guided towards you? Yes, in your Akashic records here, okay? What is coming towards you that you are also stepping towards, okay? I feel like for some of you, collective, this is, something that you want to express creatively. This could be through painting, this could be through music, it could be through writing, okay? But what it's going to do, it's going to give you some freedom, and it's going to give you freedom away from this control, okay? So, especially if for some reason any of you are experiencing a love that's not being reciprocated, I would pour that energy into this creative venture here, okay? And it's going to start, snowballing in a way that's just going to start giving you more confidence, and it's going to go get you back to this starting line here of the star, and it's going to allow you to tap in, okay? Because we all have bumps in the road, okay? That's just inevitable. So let's continue on now to the heart chakra. I don't know what that message restricted means. I'm sure you can probably ask. I don't know if I can answer because this is just a general collective reading. So keep that in mind as you are viewing today, please. Thank you. In the heart chakra, please, for this collective. What a fool believes. Yes. Okay. Knight of Wands. Woo, a little fire. Leo, Sagittarius, Aries. So again, this kind of very strong masculine, and kind of sexual energy that's coming through. I feel like for some of you, collective, this is, you have some amorous feelings towards somebody that you feel very strongly towards. You want to come towards this person. The thing is whether or not it's reciprocated at this time, right? And that, I think, is part of this devil card here that's obsessing over it instead of maybe finding out what's actually going on. It's more of kind of like, the devil wants to play that trick on us and say, well, this isn't going to work out and that's not going to work out because you're not doing this or that. Well, but, again, where you need to be sitting, right? And resting is in the assurance of what the universe has provided for you already, right? Okay, so let's continue on now into the throat chakra. Okay. Ask a question, but I don't see another question there, so. Anyway, in the throat chakra now, please, for this collective. Ooh, oh my God, you guys, the sexual energy in this reading is just like off the charts. Leo, Sagittarius, Aries again, the Ace of Wands. So definitely somebody wants to kind of communicate this with you. And it's not only, this passion they feel for you, it's like beyond it. They feel like what you provide is a spark. And that's what's kind of driving them almost like in this creative way. Like they're starting to move in a way, that they've never felt before or haven't experienced before, okay? And that could be part of this divine guidance, all right? Yeah, and this fire is so strong. It is. It's like it's part of this regeneration here that's occurring, okay? It's like the fire just won't go out, right? And in the throat chakra, it's like I can like hear it. You know what I mean? Like I can hear the crackling of the fire. Okay. Like it's not going away. Yeah. There's also this Casey Musgraves song that I really like. It's called Slow Burn. So check that out if you are a fan of hers or, like music in general or enjoy those channel songs. So I think that's the third one I've popped out in this message so far today. So coming forward now into the third eye, please. The third eye, please, for this collective. The Three of Swords. Yes. So you're very cognizant of what this strong attraction could mean or could do. Yes, when we have these kind of obsessive kind of attractions, something could kind of be heartbreaking in the end because if it doesn't turn out the way that we want. But I don't feel that that's what's happening here. I feel like you're very much collective in control of this type of feeling, even though it is so passionate, even though it is so like, like intense. Okay. Um, I really feel like you're just kind of approaching it one day at a time, almost like you're slicing the cake, okay, or slicing the pie. And you're like, well, okay, today I'm going to, address this. And then tomorrow I'm going to do that, okay? So you're not letting it overly consume you mentally, but it still is part of your driving force down here, okay? In these lower chakras. So let's continue on into the crown. And it's totally, yeah, you're like, I won't get fooled again. Like I'm not going to, fall for, whatever it is you think it is. Okay, Three of Wands here. Yeah, and you're willing to make the type of changes necessary um to avoid, a catastrophe. All right. And maybe that means, moving to a different city. Maybe that means, taking a trip to see, whoever this person is and communicating with them, saying like, look, you're the light of my life. Like this is what I want to happen here. Okay. But communicating it in a way that shows what could be, not, potentially, some of what was and some of this obsessiveness, okay? Um, but unleashed properly, right? You're gonna have, kind of this Ace of Wands, the freedom to express it in a more healthy way. Okay. Yeah, and again, this overall rest here, the Four of Swords. Um, Let me go ahead and get a quick look what's on the bottom of this deck. Ace of Wands again. I'm gonna get a quick clarification here, you guys. All right, and then I'll close out the reading because I'm almost to 30 minutes. So yes, if you are new and have not yet subscribed and are enjoying this video, please subscribe or like the video. So, what can we clarify for this collective, please? Star, the root, the base. All about that base. Nine of Swords, anxiety. So, for some of you, I feel like you may be a little bit misunderstood at this time. Um, things may have not been turning out exactly as planned, and that's kind of causing you some of this worry here. All right. But if you lean on your intuition, okay, and get back to kind of what, brings you that inner peace, right? Yeah. So you have, the Nine of Swords versus the Star here. It's like, the most peaceful, up here versus not. Okay. So once you kind of maybe release again that external stuff and get back into the internal, okay? Because I really do feel like this, even though this is like the anxiety card, this is more external factors that are making you kind of feel this way, okay? What else do we have for this collective, please? The Four of Pentacles. Yeah. And I feel like kind of part of this energy, it almost like wants you to be in your head, but you are so outwardly expressive everywhere else in this spread, okay, that you're kind of like, I'm going to hold on here and it might not look very pretty right now, but just wait, okay? So this is not necessarily a negative Four of Pentacles that I'm seeing here. Okay, clarifying this Devil card. All right. Um, is it like it's because the Four of Pentacles? It's like somebody wants to make you small, right? But really, what you're doing is you're just kind of like regrouping and taking that breath, and then all of a sudden it's like. Phew, watch out, right? Because you have all of this explosiveness here, this fire energy, this creative energy, this drive. What is behind this obsession here? I think that's what you have to ask yourself behind this Devil and then with this Four of Pentacles, okay? Because you're not letting it go, right? But once you do, it's just going to open up this entire new world. So clarifying the Fool card here, please, for the collective. the Ace of Pentacles. What did I just say? A whole new world. It's just going to totally open right up for you. Okay. And then that's going to bring so much abundance in. All right. And your arms are going to be open and ready to receive. Like, amazing. Now, the Knight of Wands clarified by the Ten of Cups. So this is more than just a little Romeo here. So collective, you could be this masculine energy, but if you're feminine energy watching and you're like, yeah, so Mr. Flirty McWordy wants to come around and say, hey, like, good for him, right? But saying here that behind that, it's more of, somebody wanting a kind of partnership. And that could be why it's so like obsessive and kind of, taking over thoughts almost, because they want it to turn out well, right? Nobody sets out to fail, right? There's of course all sorts of things that we can do to aid our behavior so that we don't fail, right? As long as we know what those things are, of course. Clarifying the Ace of Wands with this passion here, it's just like unstoppable, okay? Oh my God, you guys, the Two of Cups. Who is this passionate person that you're encountering? I mean, what's that? Something you got it bad, dun, 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 and you go right back. Okay. Oh my. Oh, hang one. Pisces. Okay. So I feel like whoever this is doesn't really know how you feel. Is kind of what's going on here. And you're a little concerned because you know how things have turned out in the past and you're very much trying to avoid that. Get it, right? But, you stay upside down too long in the situation and you're going to have what? Big old headache, right? So, even if things don't work out exactly, right? Things can still heal and regenerate here, okay? So, even if, the dude got his tail cut off by part of the situation, he's going to grow a new tail, right? As a survivor, you are unparalleled. No matter what happens, you can adapt, all right? So this hangman, don't get too hung up on the, any delays, any obstacles, the timing of the matter. It's divinely timed right here. You are not really the one who controls the timing. That's more for the universe to decide, right? Okay. So let's see what else here to close out. Clarifying the Three of Wands, please, now. I bought my Halloween candy today. Did you? You guys, look. We started with the star, and now we're ending with the star. Aquarius. That's lovely. All right. Okay. Now we're back on track, aren't we? And look at that lovely Nine of Pentacles on the underside. So you know how to take care of yourself, collective, and you're willing to do whatever it takes to make that happen, no matter if people think it's a little strange, unusual, unconventional, blah, blah, blah. Right? Because you're like, are you the one paying the bills? Now, I'm not saying everybody go out there and start one of those channels. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, maybe be a little bit more creative with it, right? And that's part of what the Fool card is here. Taking that leap of faith and being creative with something that's going to what? Then it's going to increase your abundance, okay? So I think I'm going to leave it there, you guys. Thank you for joining. Please subscribe if you've not already. And until next time, please manifest wisely. Bye.